want to apologize to everyone that was looking forward to me going live a whole hour ago. I am so sorry. That's due to my tardiness. There's no real excuse. You know, yeah, I apologize for that. Totally missed that live opportunity on time. It was more than possible, but yeah, like I said, I totally missed it. YouTube was giving some problems earlier. I realized that it came back because I really did not set the live for me to go live at this particular time. I should have been live maybe 3 hours ago, but there was some issues. So sorry about that, guys. I really apologize. Sorry about that. Now, let me just go straight to Mayor Swaby because he had to address some things. Minister of Finance, wow. Finance Minister in Washington for IMF World Bank annual meeting. Wow, that should be running very smoothly. Listen, what is this? 28-year-old Shamoya Green, who is accused of unaliving her 5-month-old daughter in 2023, was ordered on Wednesday to undergo a medical examination. Oh my God. Let me go to this. The news is crazy right now. What?
Hello, I'm Jovan Johnson.
What?
Hello, I'm Jovan Johnson.
Are you
A
kidding
jury
me?
in the St. James Circuit Court today declared 25-year-old Shamoya Green unfit to stand trial for the murder of her 5-month-old daughter in 2023. The ruling came moments after Ms. Green suffered a seizure in the prisoner's dock, prompting the
What?
judge to order that she be taken for medical evaluation. National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons Dan Gordon Harrison says more than 80% of...
Wait a minute. A seizure? I don't even want to. Let me see. 80% of Jamaican human trafficking victims are children. Wow. Yeah, I figured that much based off how many kids are missing and they're never found. Wow. See, from one thing to the next. So this mother is, wow, fresh psychiatric evaluation order for St. James' mom charged with murder of 5-month-old daughter. You guys see how much things is going on? I'm telling you, I was talking to a lady this morning. She texted me, and I can share it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's spiritual. Um, and I kind of answered her, and I get what she's saying, but things have escalated to the point where there's many people attacking the prophets, the major prophets, and they're going all out onslaught on social media. So Jamaica will have to experience judgment for them to understand that, touch not thy Lord's anointed and do thy prophet no harm. Andrew Honest did it. Marcia, what's up? Andrew Honest did it, and now the people of Jamaica are doing it too. His servants, so if monkey see, monkey do. It is what it is. And I'm done. The prophets are not worried. They're not cautioning nobody no more. Hey, continue to dig your own grave, why don't you? Don't listen. Hey, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Go ahead. Continue to dig your grave. You know what I mean? Don't take it seriously. Continue to destroy the prophet's name, and hey, God will deal with each and every one of you, and that's it. Nobody can pray for you. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over. So, hey, I see the onslaughts are like, there's so many. I tell people, don't send anything to my groups. In my group, I don't want to see anything in my groups, in my chat, disrespecting any other men and women of God. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not entertaining it at all on my platform. So anyway, let's hear what they're saying.
prompting the judge to order that she be taken for medical evaluation. National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons Diane Gordon Harrison says more than 80% of human trafficking victims in Jamaica between 2020 and 2025 were children. She says children between ages 11 and 17 remain the prime targets, with most victims exploited by people they know. More than 100,000 Jamaicans with minor non-custodial convictions dating back over 2 decades could soon have their criminal records automatically cleared under new legislation now before Parliament. The proposed amendment aims to give those who have paid their debt to society a second chance. Opposition spokesman on health Dr. Alfred Dawes has accused Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton of using dengue updates to deflect from mounting problems in the health sector. Mr. Dawes pointed to alleged mental health neglect, procurement breaches, and worsening hospital conditions as issues demanding urgent attention. In sports, Jamaica's Reggae Boys stormed back.
Shout out to the Reggae Boys. Congratulations to the 4-0 victory. That's about, let me see where the dollar is at. 161.79. Damn! The dollar is almost at 162. It was at 161.50. Or somewhere, it's closer. It's going closer to 162, you know? Wow. Okay. Is there a storm out there or something? But there's a lot of rain. Okay. All right, cool. That was a divert, you know what I'm saying? 2 policemen charged for allegedly beating a man with service gun in this was, I think this was 2020. I think I read that story already when I was live on TikTok. But I have to go over that story, and we have to talk about this. Mayor Swaby raised some serious concerns.
Councillors, there are ongoing issues with garbage collection.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Residents in several communities are experiencing serious backlog of domestic garbage. In some communities, there are complaints that waste not being collected for 6 to 8 weeks. This situation is unacceptable.
Very much so, Mayor.
Both health and environmental risks.
Talk to him.
The National Solid Waste Management Authority is responsible for these services, but collection has not been consistent.
Yes.
I'm aware that NSWMA often points to the rainy season as a challenge, especially when accessing them.
Right.
However, this should not result in garbage being left uncollected for such prolonged period.
Exactly.
We have also observed that sweeping is not taking place on a regular basis, particularly in the heart of downtown.
You know, the other day I was strolling through my area, and I said, you know, I don't really go on the road like that again. You know, I used to go like all the time, but I don't really go like that again. And I used to go to the point where I was out till the daylight. And that is something that I'm not comfortable in even attempting anymore, because Jamaica has turned into one big bed of people, you know, buck up in the wrong police them, you buck up in a criminal. Antonio, what's up? Top of the morning to you, buck up in a criminal, yo, you might not reach home. So avoiding the road is definitely something for me. I am definitely a home bud. You know, definitely a home bud. Hey, to owe me that thing so I'm married. Lord of mercy. No, sir. Yeah, yo, the road don't have nothing for me, brother. The road is so dangerous. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. And here we were promised that you could sleep with the doors open. But back to the whole garbage collection thing. The sweeping of the roads is really what I'm talking about. I remember I was asking the driver, like, you know, how the place look, the way it look. You know, normally, you know, in the morning early, I would see the people come out and sweep the roads and stuff like that. And I was wondering if it was still going on, because it's something that helped to keep the aesthetics of the town, you know what I'm saying, solid. I don't know if it's still going on, but if it's not, I'm interested to know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would anybody stop that? That's a positive. Don't tell me that you cut funding. You know, just like how you see the garbage not being collected. What is happening there? It's a very serious, it's all over Jamaica. It's not just KSMC.
Parade, King Street, West King Street. As a result, the KSAMC has had to employ external support to keep the streets clean. What is even more concerning, councillors, is the suspicion that some person employed by the National Service Management Authority to carry out these duties are being paid, but little or no work is actually being done.
What?
I am calling the National Service Management Authority to take action to address these delays.
Yes.
Ensure that both residential and public areas receive the attention they require.
Yes.
The KSAMC remains ready to support these efforts, but it is critical that the national agency fulfill its responsibility promptly and consistently.
Of course.
While we call on the National Service Management Authority to act, we have to acknowledge that residents make the situation worse as a result of the poor waste disposal.
Yes, yes.
Residents have a role to play in keeping their surroundings clean.
True.
Proper disposal of waste and ensuring garbage is securely bagged are simple but important steps to help prevent the accumulation of garbage. What has baffled me, councillors, is that when we travel abroad,
Yes.
we admire the clean streets and follow the rules. Yet when we are in Jamaica, many of us throw garbage anywhere and behave like cleanliness is someone else's responsibility.
True.
It is careless, it is nasty, and it must stop.
True, true.
Maintaining clean streets and public spaces is a shared responsibility.
Yeah, we have to do better.
We must work together to ensure that our residents can live in a clean and well-managed environment.
Facts.
You recall that some months ago, we started a revenue enhancement drive aimed at collecting monies owed to the KSAFC for advertising. As a part of this effort, we have been pursuing several car dealerships with outstanding balances. As of Friday the 10th, a total of 41 car dealerships remain delinquent.
What?
With outstanding payment amounting to $1.4 million.
41 car dealership, okay, KSMC. Now, in terms of, you know, our shared responsibility as citizens to keep Jamaica clean, it cannot be brushed over. Jamaica, we have to do better. We, the people, have to do better. You know, and we are grown, so, you know, I have to take some responsibility there as well. When I was younger, I was taught that principle by my mom and dad. I used to put the garbage in my bag and carry it home with me if I couldn't find a garbage bag. And then I would throw away the garbage when I reach home. My school bag used to be filled with garbage. You know, throwing it through the window when I was very younger was never an option. As we grow older, we move away from those principles a little bit and start to slack off, you know. But mom and dad did teach me the right way. I could definitely confess to that. You know what I'm saying? They definitely taught me those principles, you know. Don't litter the place, don't throw away anything. And this is why, you know, your parents, having good parents is very important, because it helps to build the character of the children, so, you know, we can have them as productive contributors to society. You understand? It sounds simple, right? Like throwing our garbage in the right place, but not teaching your child that principle and instilling it in him is gonna lead to the country having a garbage problem where garbage is thrown everywhere, and those things can lead up to mosquito growth, all types of diseases and stuff like that. Bacteria and all type of thing. Depending on what you're actually throwing away, where it's not supposed to be thrown. Not disposing of the garbage properly. Even your batteries, disposing of your batteries and your plastic properly. Those little things. You know what I mean? Oh, so these dealerships and everybody, yo, that the KCMC is a while now. I hear the mayor talking about this now, but the time longer than rope. Them in trouble now. Listen to this.
Prior notices and repeated follow-ups, these entities have not met their financial obligation to the KCMC. In keeping with our enforcement and compliance procedure, we will now proceed with the publication of these names.
You hear that?
This measure is intended to uphold accountability, encourage compliance, and protect the interests of the public and the municipality.
Yes.
It also sends a clear message
Simple.
that KCMC will enforce its regulation firmly, fairly, and without exceptions.
Yeah, man. So now go end up in a paper. So now continue going like give the KSMC the money that them supposed to get. We don't owe them all long now. And that story I really want to read. This serious people. Hold on, let me see if I have it. No, I don't have it queued up. Let me. Ooh, Lord of mercy. Here it is. Let me go here. Please, thank you. Sandals Resort International. Hold on there. Alright. Kingston. Alright. Let me just. Alright. Read aloud.
Join us on Facebook. Follow Sandals Resorts International's $230 million redevelopment of its Dunn's River Hotel property, particularly the addition of 18 overwater villas, has received mixed reactions from the community. According to a newly released environmental impact assessment report, Sandals is seeking a beach license for the villas. The luxury expansion, positioned as a boost to Jamaica's tourism offerings, was at odds with some fishers, business operators, and residents in Mammy Bay, St. Anne. Many cited environmental risks, economic exclusion, and long-term threats to local livelihoods. Fishers worry that the area will be declared a no-fishing zone in order to accommodate the operation of the villas.
There's to me, it sounds extreme. I'm sorry, but this is how I see it. And I'm going to give my opinion. This is not an isolated issue. Beach access, fishers, the fishermen. I'm supposed to get an interview with a fisherman. And, I'm telling you, some of the things that he was outlining before the election that is really something of a cause for concern for them. I don't even hear the Minister of Agriculture even mention those things in his address in Parliament, like he even understands that it's even an issue. So I really want to forget that, brother. I don't know if I will, because he's so busy, because he's a farmer and he does fishery and he does another trade. So I don't know if I'm going to even have get the time from him, how our times match up. But I'm gonna try and reach out. But this thing with the fishermen them, it seems that they're being squeezed out of their profession. These coastlines are being privatized more and more and more, and so it leaves less and less space for them to actually do what they have done to feed their family legally for many, many years. It's like the Jamaicans are being squeezed out of everything it happens to be with the regular man. is being squeezed out by this system, and this government is right behind all of it. They are not, they can do something to defend the people so they don't lose their livelihood. As you can see right there, it says risk of economic exclusion and long-term threats to local livelihood. They know what is coming, and they're absolutely right in their concerns. You see me? Let's continue.
The cost of the villa project has not been disclosed, but it is included in the full $230 million Sandals Duns River redevelopment project.
US 230 million. Big money, big bucks.
Project, phase 1 of which was completed in May 2023. The report indicated that construction of the overwater villas were to be completed in 18 months, starting from late 2023. That period has elapsed, but the status of that element of the project is unknown. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Undols, a regional hotel chain with properties in Jamaica and various Caribbean countries, is yet to respond to requests for comment on this story. The villas comprise phase 2 of the development, according to the environmental report, which was prepared by Technological and Environmental Management Network Limited on behalf of Sandals. They will become the 5th overwater villa installation in the Sandals chain, following similar developments in Montego Bay and Westmoreland in Jamaica, as well as Street Lucia and St. Vincent and
St. Lucia. That's funny. Anyway, it's funny how Sandals' name comes up in other places, and you know, we hear some dark things about Sandals. There's been some dark reports about Sandals. There's a specific country in the Caribbean where that particular prime minister did not bow to them. Oh, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. But here in Jamaica, Sandals get everything it wants. I'm just saying.
and the Grenadines, according at its website. Stay at these villas currently costs about $2,000 a night, but can double that figure during peak periods. Surveys conducted as part of the environmental report show that most community groups welcomed the potential opportunities, but remained cautious about the risks. Beach visitors were the most receptive, with 69.2% considering the project very important, while 4/5 of professionals surveyed believed the project would result in jobs and development. Many of the 69 fishers interviewed, however, expressed concern about ecological disruption and restricted access to traditional fishing grounds. It is not a good idea because a lot of fishermen use that area, and the project will damage the reef and become a no-fishing zone, one respondent warned. Another added, only Sandals will benefit and poor fishermen suffer.
Right there. That is it. That is it. Eventually, this is going to be the outcome. Sandals is going to be the main benefactor, and the fishermen will suffer. And nobody can tell me otherwise. It happens all over the world. They don't care about the fishing zone being damaged. They don't care about 69 fishers. All the government cares about, and the people that are involved, is that US $230 million investment and the returns. Again, the small man is being ousted, ladies and gentlemen. Like and share this video. I know it's late, but you know, this conversation and these things that we highlight is still important. And of course, you know, people can watch the replay. The report documents,
Suffer. The report documents a wide range of community feedback gathered during public consultations in late 2022, but the findings are only now being released. 3/4 of the fishers viewed the project as having a negative impact on their livelihoods, citing reef damage, exclusion from tourism benefits, and loss of access. The few areas of perceived positive impact related to job creation, increased stopover tourism, and general development. I need the development, more tourists, and income, one of the fishers said. The hotel won't be a benefit to fishermen. Many will lose their livelihoods, said another. Others offered conditional support, emphasizing the need for environmental safeguards and community engagement. I am good with the development once the environment is protected, one official said. Stephen Jackson.
Man, salute to the Fishers for being vocal, because their concerns are extremely valid. Will they listen to those concerns? That's another conversation. This girl to the Headshire View home purchasers meet with PM developer to provide completion timeline. Let's see what they're saying. I'm glad we have the read aloud option. It's very convenient. Lord have mercy. Shout out to the read aloud option. What is this? Man, stop. I ain't. Listen, no disrespect. Alright. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro.
Gladstone Taylor. Potential homeowners at the delayed Health Higher View development in St. Catherine. Prospective homeowners of the long-delayed Health Higher View housing scheme in St. Catherine are feeling more hopeful following a meeting on Monday with Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, who has given the developer, Right Solutions Developers Limited, 10 days to get its affairs in order. Right Solutions explained in March this year that a commitment to produce the first 101 units within the housing scheme by November 2023 had not materialized due to a lack of funding, after a rock assessment underestimated the hardness of the rocks in Shooters Hill. The developers explained that excavators could not clear the rocks, and instead the project demanded the use of dynamites, a more costly venture. The cost of the development was subsequently understated by $5.5 billion. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the...
So hold on there. That not only I gonna mean say the cost of the house them are gonna go up. Hey, hold on. So the people have pay their money up front. Listen to me. Let us be clear. Let us be very, very clear. I might be wrong, but if they are going to use dynamite instead of excavators, as they stated here, it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be more costly. What do you think that's going to mean for the bottom line? I'm just saying. It sounds to me like y'all are being set up to pay more money for houses that, you probably got a price as to what it will already be. And somebody can, drop a comment in the comment section that has anything to do with this particular development. And you guys can let me know. But using my deductive reasoning, I would say that it's going to cost you some more money for those houses because of that extra expense of the dynamite situation. Very interesting. Let's continue.
Gleaner's morning and evening. Following a hand-delivered letter to the Prime Minister during his recent election campaign, the homeowners finally received an audience at the office of the Prime Minister Monday evening. There, Holness, representatives from the Housing Association of Jamaica, the directors of Right Solutions, and the purchasers discussed the concerns. The Gleaner understands that it was agreed that the developers would report formally to the Prime Minister and the HJ on the way forward in another 10 days. The purchasers were also promised that within 30 days Right Solutions would provide a schedule regarding their intended activities. The 623 two-bedroom homes with solar water heater, ceramic tiles, and modern finishes started at a base cost of $17.2 million. 101 units were to be delivered first, but have been stuck in limbo. On Thursday, purchasers were told it would now cost $25 million to complete one of the units. However, the price would remain as agreed at under $20 million, including escalation costs. They also heard that it may take another 10 months for the units to be completed, including the implementation of utilities, construction of roadways, a jogging trail, children's play area, a tennis court, and a swimming pool. Based on the points that they discussed and put forward by the PM, it provided some sort of comfort, as he said once it comes to his desk.
No, ladies and gentlemen. So them say it's going to cost 25 million. But they're going to keep it under 20 million as agreed. So some contract is signed. So it appears as if they're going to incur a loss. I think we're going to hear a lot more about this in coming years. I'm sorry, I'm not optimistic. But I think we're gonna hear more about this case. Yeah, this sounds like another scandal. Yeah, this sounds like another scandal. But a few years to come, probably or less, before we really hear the fullness thereof. But this does not sound anything that Andrew Wallace is involved in. I am very mindful about. I would not go into any real estate purchasing where he or his companies or his wife company or his friend is involved. I wouldn't go near it with a long stick. As long as his name is on it, it's done. I'm done. Trust me.
Deska solution would have to be found, though he said he didn't want to give us false hope, said one resident, who identified herself as Rose and said she made a $1.9 million down payment for her unit. Right Solutions decided to share milestone schedules themselves. Going forward, they said they will be held accountable, providing us timelines. We have heard this before where they've given us timelines and they missed it. But now it's not just us, they also have to report to the PM, and housing is now under his ministry, said Rose.
Yo, she's so confident. Hey, Rose, let me tell you something. They always had to report to the PM. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, y'all is gonna be sorry, bro. Oh my days. Oh my day. Yo, man, I don't even know if I could feel sorry for y'all, cause y'all just not, man, y'all not listening, bro. Petrojam mom on lab staff complaints cites ongoing tasks. What is this about? Let me check. This sounds interesting. Petrojam, first time a long time I hear them coming on news. Let's see what's happening with Petrojam, the people. Going through the news. You know, this is the boring stuff, but the important stuff.
Petrojam has declined to publicly address allegations raised by laboratory technicians about deteriorating working conditions and management practices, stating only that discussions with staff over any recent grievance are ongoing.
Wow. Allegations raised by laboratory technicians about deteriorating working conditions. Man, listen. Everything is falling apart under Andrew Wallace. Man, I don't care what y'all talking about, bro. Pastor Peter Chambers told y'all, as long as this man is in power, oh, it's going to be topsy-turvy. It's going to be disaster. It's going to be scandal after scandal after scandal.
Ongoing.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
The state-owned oil refinery was responding to the Gleaner's questions about a letter dated October 3rd, 2025, in which lab technicians described increasing mental strain, threats to worker rights, and inhumane expectations in the lab. The unsigned complaint was reportedly sent to management and copied to other staff. We do not comment publicly on internal communication among employees, Petrojam said in a statement issued on October 10th. In terms of any recent grievance matter, the Industrial Disputes Tribunal, IDT, issued a back-to-work order to our laboratory technicians last Thursday. Notwithstanding the matter being before the tribunal, Petrojam convened talks with the laboratory technicians. The parties met on Tuesday, October 7th, and agreed that discussions will continue. The company did not address specific claims about excessive workload, leave restrictions, poor communication between the chief chemist and staff, or mental health concerns. It also offered no response to the Gleaner.
Mental health concerns? I mean, you know, some of these jobs be really stressful on the mental health. You know what I'm saying? But overworking and over excessive workload, leave restrictions, that's going to continue stressing your ass out. Poor communications is always bad. Between chief chemist and oh no. Yo, this is a whole disaster. I'm sorry. This right here don't sound so good.
Gleaner's questions
this don't sound so good,
The company did not address specific claims about excessive workload, leave restrictions, poor communication between the chief chemist and staff, or mental health concerns.
Yeah.
It also offered no response to the Gleaner's questions about meal break policies, off-duty availability, or protections for staff who raise complaints.
What? So they did not respond to none of these allegations. Break policy. So people is allegedly saying they're not even getting food breaks, off-duty availability, or protection of staff who raise complaints. Man, bro. Wow, this don't sound good, man. I'm sorry. This don't sound good
Technicians
at
also
all.
expressed concern about a possible shift in testing priorities, suggesting that greater focus on utilities testing may be replacing critical petroleum testing. According to its website, Petrojam operates the only fully equipped petroleum and ethanol testing facility in Jamaica responsible for ensuring that all fuel products supplied to the market meet safety, legal, and contractual standards. Headlines delivered. In their letter, workers described an unsustainable environment and urged senior management and HR to intervene. They claimed that earlier mediation had failed to resolve issues and said they now feared for their mental well-being and job security. Complaints. Among the complaints was a proposed policy allowing...
Pause. Workers describe unsustainable environment, urge senior management and HR to intervene. They claim that earlier mediation had failed to resolve issues and said they now fear for their mental well-being and job security. People at Petrojam, what are you talking about today? This is not good. But you see, I believe I was listening to Colin Bell and I believe I was listening to Ralston Hyman. And that was just days ago. And he mentioned, you know, the workers. He mentioned the workers, especially in certain industry. Hey man, I'm telling y'all, it is gonna get real in the next couple days, in the next couple weeks, in the next couple months, leading down to the end of the year. Man, it's gonna be something. This don't sound good at all, bruh. Just think about this. Think about where this could go. Listen to the allegations, and if there's any merit to those allegations, how could that affect things? Just think about that.
Allowing only 2 technicians out of a 19-member department to take vacation leave at a time, which they said made it mathematically impossible for long-serving staff to use their accrued leave. They also cited long shifts without adequate meal breaks and chaos of tension that led to the idea. Hay also cited long shifts without adequate meal breaks and said staff were at one point asked to remain work-ready. They also cited long shifts without adequate meal breaks and said staff were at one point asked to remain work-ready during scheduled rest days. These are non-negotiable human rights, not financial complaints, the letter stated.
This is so we having alleged human rights issues now. Oh yeah, it's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought.
Stated.
It's worse than
The
I
issue
thought.
followed weeks of tension that led to the IDT's involvement. Petrojam said the tribunal issued an order on October 2nd for technicians to resume duties following what it termed industrial action. The company did not specify the trigger. However, Union Representative John Levy of the Union of Clerical, Administrative, and Supervisory Employees rejected the claim of a strike. The workers were at work, so there was no need to issue a back-to-work order, he told the Gleaner. Levy said a meeting was held on October 1st between workers and management to address underlying tensions related to laboratory operations. He said the following day, 2 or 3 employees did not report for a shift while others continued their duties. The union leader said the matter referred to the IDT is unknown to us as a dispute. According to him, there is no pushback from workers against a new overtime policy.
I believe they're lying about this. I think they're using plausible deniability, but that's just my opinion.
Levy insisted yesterday that the real issue is changes that are being made to customs and practices over the years without proper consultations.
Another thing to keep our eyes on, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that story with the petrol jam. Yeah, put that in the. You know what I'm saying? Keep an eye out on that one. I did this morning early. This article. Oh yeah, I had a whole live stream about this alone this morning. This is super important to clarify IC appointments. Why don't you, Mr. GG? Anyway. Policeman suspected of committing suicide in St. Elizabeth. Now we got the cops, bro. Yo, I'm talking about everybody. What? I don't think anything is a coincidence. Right? And I've been saying that. Why is it on Mental Health Week or Mental Health Month we have so many people committing suicide? Yo, the world operates in such a way, man. I'm telling you, your spiritual eye gotta be shut. Father, I know I am not. I ain't gonna say what I know. I don't know nothing. I'm just asking you to protect me, give me vision so I shall not perish. You know, cause yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, a police constable is suspected to have committed suicide in Barbary Hall in southwest St. Elizabeth mid-afternoon Wednesday.
Wow.
His identity has not been released. However, he is said to be age 29, according to police sources.
29? Oh, man.
The constable was reportedly assigned to a station in the corporate area.
Damn.
By Bolo. Promoted links you may like. U.S. Preliminary reports are that the policeman's body was found hanging from a tree in the Barbary Hall area. Casey Williams. Letters.
Wow. That's a short article, but that is... Yeah, man. Kingston Western police listing 17 persons of interest. Wow. Central Kingston, wow. Definitely need to take a listen to this.
U.S. citizen in Jamaica? Sign our petition stand with other Americans. Kingston, Jamaica. The Kingston Western Police have named 17 individuals as persons of interest in relation to ongoing investigations into several crimes committed across the division and its environs. The police believe these individuals can assist with their investigations and are urging them to turn themselves in to the Denham Town Police immediately. By Bolo. Promoted links you may like. The individuals are Travis Graham, otherwise called Bad Heart, frequents William Lane and Lincoln Road, Kingston 5. Leonard Brown, otherwise called Passion, frequents Sunlight Street and William Lane, Kingston 5. Shawnari Mills, otherwise called Skang, frequents Sunlight Street, Lincoln Road, and William Lane, Kingston 5. Nicholas Koch, otherwise called Skinny or Wilbert of Rema, Trenchtown, Kingston 12. Chemo Roach, otherwise called Chemo, frequents 5th Street, Trenchtown, Kingston 12-6. A man known only as Landy frequents Matthews Lane, Luke Lane, and downtown. Kingston Aaron Henry Thompson Jr., otherwise called Shaquan or Tomo, frequents Lincoln Alley, Kingston. Shamal White, otherwise called Gov, frequents Matthews Lane, Kingston. Levon Campbell frequents Tivoli Gardens, Kingston 14. Celine Fitzgerald, otherwise called Smeagol, frequents New Lincoln Road and Albion Avenue, Kingston 5. Chaudane Hines, otherwise called Nico or Bam Bam, frequents Ramsey Road, Kingston 13. Marcel Slew, otherwise called Zella of Ramsey Road, Kingston 13. Kemar Fraser, otherwise Perry of Ramsey Road, Kingston 13. Malik Mattis, otherwise called Baby Boy of Raphael Avenue, Kingston 13. Robert Stevens of William Lane, Kingston 13. Kenroy Collins of a Gordon Road address. Mark Roberts of 3rd Street, Trenchtown, Kingston 12 address. The police are appealing to anyone with information on the whereabouts of these individuals to contact the Denhamtown Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB, at 876-948-6443, Crime Stop at 311, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Latest news.
Wow. It said 17, but I count 16. Congratulations are in order to Movado. You know, situation with him warrant has been cleared up. You know, that came in the news as well. A complete mess. UTech students frustrated with portal glitches. I don't even know what this article is about, but when it comes to UTech and UA, yeah, we gotta pay attention to what's going on over there. So let's hear what they're talking about.
U.S. citizen in Jamaica? Sign our petition stand with Kingston, Jamaica, University of Technology, UTech. Students are growing increasingly frustrated with the institution's online portal, which they say has left them struggling with a complete mess of issues, including choosing modules, missed classes and quizzes, and late access to timetables, among other problems. If I knew that at UTech, this...
Wow. Online portal. Oh my God. So it's messing up their classes, quizzes, late access to timetables. So this is an online system that appears to be compromised. Okay.
This whole process would have been like this. I wouldn't have listed it as an option. I would probably have gone to UWI if I knew. It's that bad, a nursing school student told Observer on...
Wow, so she's so frustrated. She's like, if I knew it was like this, I would have went to UE. Damn. Oh, that's messed up. That is messed up.
Online.
Damn.
Business. Margaret... Pupils who spoke to the Observer did not wish to share their names, but called for the portal to be updated with urgency, while the university says it is awaiting resources to complete upgrades. They are raising the tuition, and the portal is still not working. They need to fix the portal.
What?
Tuition gets more expensive, and the website is not really changing. So it's like they are taking all this money from us to do what? A business administration student explained.
Yo, it's one thing about kids and students. Oh, they gonna talk that talk, boy. Hey, salute to them that came through. So they taking y'all money. Tuition is increased, but your ability to do your work, the same work that you paid to come and do, so they wasting your time, your money, and your resources, and messing up your education with this issue. Nah, see, this is where students need to be recompensated, because that don't make no sense. If you making more money, tuition, that means you should be able to fix whatever problem it is with your online portal. And yeah, this is messed up, bro. Justice for the kids, man.
Exclaimed.
Justice for the kids. All right.
She detailed the process of choosing classes for new and returning pupils. When you are registering, the first thing you have to do is pay your enrollment commitment deposit. Once you pay your ECD, you'll be able to select your modules. Now, that was the hard part, she explained. Latest news. The business admin student continued, when you're selecting your modules, because it is a lot of us, the portal always crashes. I had to wait 2 days to select my modules. So once I was able to get on the portal, most of the classes are full, and you don't exactly get to choose times that are suitable for you. She clarified.
Damn, this is bad, man.
Clarified, however, once you're able to select your courses, everything becomes easy. You confirm your timetable, you pay a portion of your fees or everything, and you get access to your timetable and Moodle. Despite her explanation, others said that their issues didn't resolve nearly as easily. Well, this is my 3rd year, and it was the worst, an environmental science student explained. The portal was down for over a week. And then, when you do get on, it kicks you off. When you start registering for your classes, it says that it's full, even though the capacity is saying 0. The environmental science student, who hails from rural Jamaica, said she had to visit UTEC in person to try to resolve the issue. You have to come up to school, join this long line web end up like S at admissions. And when you finally reach, they're going to say that they can't assist you.
What?
That's like foolishness, the student said, adding that she eventually reached out to a program director who assisted her by contacting lecturers individually to secure a space for her.
Wow.
When the Jamaica Observer spoke to UTEC Student Union President Percival Roberts, he indicated that the body was aware of the issue with the crashing portal, which had peaked during the period slated for choosing classes in summer. Roberts said following meetings with university management, the issues were straightened out. By Bolo. Hen contacted UTEC, which is considered the country's premier STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, higher education institution, explained that a firewall issue was behind recent challenges.
A firewall issue. Hey, yo, it seems like their system is totally compromised, bro. A firewall issue, right? Sounds like a bug to me.
Are aware of the issues some students recently experienced with system access, including difficulties selecting modules and viewing timetables. In late August, during the peak of the enrollment period, the university experienced a major IT disruption caused by the failure of our firewall, a critical component of our IT infrastructure. This resulted in temporary instability of the registration system, said UTEC in a statement to the Observer. It added that the incident had underscored the urgent need to modernize elements of its aging IT infrastructure. We are actively engaging with the government of Jamaica and other partners to secure the resources necessary for these upgrades, it said.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Anything that involves this government, it probably going to take 15 years more than the time to get it done, than it should get done. Yeah, don't hold your breath, man. That's all I'm saying.
Government of Jamaica and other partners to secure the resources necessary
don't hold
for
your
these
breath.
upgrades, it said. The university maintained that in the meantime, it had implemented a system of support for students to offset any interruptions to their studies, including extended deadlines for module selection and expanded class spaces, with additional spots created in modules that were full or nearing capacity. Also provided was access to online learning resources and ongoing work on both IT and physical infrastructure to reduce the likelihood of future disruptions. The school said the last day for registration without penalties was also extended, providing students on payment plans with more time to meet requirements. UTEC explained that the majority of students have now completed registration and commenced classes. The few remaining cases involving registration challenges are being addressed on a case-by-case basis, with direct assistance provided to affected students. Students have been kept informed throughout the process via online meetings and official email updates, UTEC said. The students maintained, however, that their portal worries had not started this semester or even this year.
Wow.
When Observer spoke to UTEC alumni, a male alum who read for a bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical technology in 2016, stated the biggest challenge was the technology that the School of Technology has, with the system always crashing.
Oh my God.
The graduate continues.
Yo, that is embarrassing. I don't know who is responsible for UTEC ultimately, but this is an international embarrassment. How can you have, just think about what that just said. What was just said? The biggest challenge was the technology that the School of Technology has. Yo, with the system always crashing. Yo, this is not funny, but you see, we chose Jamaica. We chose Jamaica. At some point, you know, these types of things happening in our schools, you expect the government to like, oh, wait a minute, can we help? Education is super important. We have people here that young people here that are bright and they need the tools that they need to maneuver through school, to get on their way to one, probably pay back student loan because they can't afford the school anyway, and two, start their lives, or both. And we have a school, UTech. It's called technology, and your technology is outdated. How are you qualified to even teach children when your technology? The school should be disqualified. You cannot have a technical school, a school that is with technology that does not have updated tech to operate their school. That is wild. That is wild, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Think about that. Let me play that back. Think about that.
Continue. When observers spoke to UTech alumni, a male alum who read for a bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical technology in 2016 stated the biggest challenge was the technology that the School of Technology has, with the system always crashing. The graduate continued, in my day, everybody was allowed to select at one time, so when registration used to open, everyone would flood the site, and it's always crashing. If you do end up going into the system to select, you have to select your modules first and then generate a timetable. This is where the problem lies because it takes a long time to generate timetables, and then sometimes it would just crash and you have to start all over.
Wow.
And when you start all over, you can't get into the system.
Wow.
One woman who graduated with a degree in the pharmaceutical field in 2020 told us that her experience was smooth and she had no complaints. She highlighted, though, that the courses she would have done were very specific, so there was less competition for them. Several students who spoke to the Observer maintained that while they enjoyed their studies, the issues with choosing modules had left them with a very bitter taste.
So only hear that. Again, another serious issue. Another so any course that is being done that is a popular course, their system, then why don't they just not take on so much students? Oh, the money. The money, ladies and gentlemen, the money. It's the money. Observe and Gleaner move to sign joint venture agreement. Production and distribution logistics to be streamlined by year end. So the Jamaican Observe and Gleaner about to team up, baby. What? Let's go. Talk about it.
U.S. citizen in Jamaica.
Talk about it.
Jamaica Observer Limited, JL, and Gleaner Company Media Limited, GCML, have agreed to enter a formal joint venture, JV, by the close of the calendar year.
Yes.
The parties signed a memorandum of understanding in early August to explore the feasibility of outsourcing for operational efficiency. The MU prospected the use of common printing and distribution logistics services, print production, and distribution networks. Central News. Manchester murder victim identified. After the fact-finding period, the two fully independent companies are establishing the JV to create a shared logistics model specifically for print production and distribution, especially where shared efficiencies will result in cost savings, improved delivery, and enhanced service to consumers. Our JV discussions detail the coordination and efficient printing and distribution logistics, as well as all the processes and procedures that will ensure the stability and integrity of both operations, explained Anthony Smith, Chief Executive Officer of the RJR Gleaner Communications Group. By Bolo. Promoted links. Though the scale of the collaboration is novel to Jamaica, Managing Director of JL Dominic Bobrun shared that the move has obvious and exponential benefits. Our companies recognize the practical and forward-thinking transformation that this JV heralds. This agreement means we are actively finding the solutions to preserve the industry, Bobrun said. Football sports. Gleaner, which is an historic publication, was established in 1834, while the Jamaica Observer entered the printing landscape in 1993. Both management teams are resolute that the companies will remain fully independent, with separate ownership and operations. Each will maintain its own editorial control while continuing to deliver high-quality journalism and excellent service to its respective audience. Tag.
So this is to cut costs. All right, efficiency. See right here, so. The logistics model specifically for print production and distribution, especially where shared efficiency will result in cost saving, improved delivery, and enhanced service to consumers. Right? So distribution, printing. When it comes to constructing them articles and whatever investigation they're on, that they're independent in that regard. So they signed a memorandum of understanding. What do you guys think about that? Very interesting, very interesting. I hope it's positive, you know. Police constable charged in relation to 2024 incident. Listen to this. Boy, we're not gonna see a lot more of them cases coming out, you know. Trust me.
Latest news. October 15th, 2025. Kingston, Jamaica. 2 police constables are set to go on trial in connection with an assault incident which occurred on March 7, 2024 in Race Course, Trelawney. Constables Daniel Osborne and Craig Chang, who appeared in the Trelawney Parish on Monday, were bound over for trial dates in January 2026. Both are charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm following an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. DECOM says since January 2024, 51 law enforcement officers have been charged in relation to incidents investigated by INDECOM, 28 officers in 2024, and a further 23 in 2025. Latest news. 23 of the 51 charged officers of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, and Department of Correctional Services were in relation to assault investigations.
So, the police, you're gonna see more and more police in our court for assault because they really be overstepping the actual merit and lawful merit, unfortunately. This is a reality. Is that lightning I just saw a while ago? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see what is going on in this space. See if there's any fresh news in regards to the Gleaner. What is this? TACA, okay, that's the athletics board. Conviction of foreign nationals serve as a warning against cash transaction over 1 million. The conviction of 2 foreign nationals who traveled to Jamaica to collect thousands of dollars in U.S. currency for a business transaction with a local company in breach of Jamaican law should serve a warning to others. Oh, interesting. St. Elizabeth probing death of policeman found hanging in his yard. This is the gentleman. Oh my God. Wow. Young youth, you know? Jaja. What going on, sir? Vox Pop. Gleaner team hit the streets in New Kingston to ask what more can be done to fight against breast cancer. Okay. Should I even read into this? Should I? Hopefully it's not a long article. You know what is encouraging? The fact that I'm not reading. Yeah, because sometimes I'm saying how long this article is. Oh, it's not very long. Okay. Let me hear what them up to, ladies and gentlemen. Let us hear what the finance minister is up to. What she's doing in the IMF. Let's go. This annual meeting.
Contributed. Minister of Finance and the Public Service Fayeval Williams is in Washington, attending the annual meetings of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. The meetings, which began Monday, are scheduled to end on Saturday, October 18th. Williams said her focus during the week will be on continued engagement with international financial institutions, including the IMF and the World Bank, which have supported Jamaica's economic progress. Jamaica has a lot of ongoing projects with the World Bank and IMF, which she will be discussing, as well as exploring new initiatives and opportunities that would redound to the benefit of Jamaica, she said. Williams is supported by a high-level delegation that includes Financial Secretary Darlene Morrison, Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, Governor Richard Biles, BOJ Senior Deputy Governor Wayne Robinson, Deputy Finance Secretary Deanne Black, and Dr. Wayne Henry, Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica. Headlines delivered to your... On the margins of the IMF and World Bank meetings, Williams will hold discussions with the African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, which the government has joined. Afrexim Bank has allocated development funds for CARICOM member states. Jamaica's accession unlocked $1.5 billion in financing support, bringing Afrexim Bank's total commitment to the Caribbean to $3 billion. The finance minister will also meet with Inter-American Development Bank President Elon Goldfadge, IMF alternate executive director Gina Fitzgerald, and World Bank Regional Vice President Susana Cordero Guerra. During a courtesy call on Jamaica's ambassador to the United States, Major General Reddit Anthony Anderson, Williams was briefed on several potential investment opportunities being pursued to support the government's growth agenda. These opportunities span the energy, medical tourism, and telecommunications sectors, and include initiatives to encourage greater diaspora investment in Jamaica. Follow the Gleaner on X.
Alright, it's pretty standard. Them pretty much not gonna really tell us much until they come back and then find out if they borrow more money and what kind of deal, and we have to just keep an eye on that. I'm not gonna pass. Well, I did pass an hour, so I'm gonna leave it right there. Tomorrow we'll pick up. I might do an early morning one again, just like yesterday morning. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're seeing here, we have to really pay attention to Petrojam situation. We have to pay attention to UTech, our finances, There's a lot going on in Jamaica. There's a lot going on. That's, it's a lot. The police, the assaults, the unalivings. There's a lot going on. This was this morning. Full. I agree. All the man have to do is sign my signature and put him stamp, and the persons get appointed, Why is the Governor General not doing that? And why didn't he offer any explanation as to why he's not doing it? And he's saying he's operating under legal counsel. Guys, this little thing seems like a little thing, but it's a big deal. Something is very, very wrong in my opinion. And I know I am not trustworthy and I could be overreacting, but I don't think I'm overreacting. Well, I am not trusting. I should have said trusting, but I said trustworthy. I be talking too fast sometimes. I gotta slow down. This is a very big deal. I think this is extremely serious, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he goes on to say, the IC is Jamaica's premier anti-corruption body for public officials, including legislators, right? Full. I agree. All the man have to do is big up myself, I have to admit that I'm not as active as I have been previous times, but it doesn't require it, to be honest. I think I'm a little less active than I should be, but it is what it is, circumstances sometimes. And there's a lot that is being hid from us because, Andrew is hearing is in the chambers of the judge, which that is the biggest news. That is everything that we need to know that's going on. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the prize right there. feel me? Let me see if I see anything on the good old TikTok.
Andrew Wallace. Mr. Andrew Wallace, I will write a speech. He's will write a speech. Is it the same person who write a speech? I think it's the same somebody spelled Jamaica wrong in the book. I think there's somebody behind you, yeah, fuck you up and you don't see. You two up in yourself, you know, so somebody right there in your team will fuck you up. So. The speech there, that speech there where somebody like me should I write.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the amount of education where you say you have.
Yes.
You earn a doctorate per name. And really read out that speech there. But no, say no. The thing about it is, I don't know what you do to some of Jamaica people.
Feel the vibes, what go on? Big up yourself.
They are not seeing clearly, even right at your swearing. Yeah, try to throw shade on Mark. God no like ugly, no?
I tell you.
God no like ugly. But you don't know what? You make me tell you this. I don't know if you listen to bloggers or you listen to people talk upon TikTok.
I listen to everybody, baby. Everybody might listen.
You might think it's a very good thing if you take that back that show there and sit down and swear it. Yeah? It's going to be a good thing, but not for you. Not for you. Because you don't know what? Finally, after mashing up the country, you can't pass it on to somebody else. You have to go sit down and eat.
My God.
We are going to sit and we are going to eat.
Talk truth.
You can't escape, you know.
Talk truth, mommy.
Now that you sit down back in the chair, there's no escape.
No escape.
And last laugh
best.
And my mother tell me, say, dance in a square and dance. So go and do your thing, man, and go and laugh and make shade and show your shade them what you want for sure. Marky J a real big man, because I'm not for thief for election.
Remember good.
I'm going to say this to the people and we are trying to say, oh, PNP buy vote to, PNP did for buy blood clot vote. JLP them if you do no buy vote none at all, because of them in a position, of them around the country.
True.
When the work supposed to talk for you so much that we're not supposed to even give, we're not supposed to even jerk. So the way you go all out for control the election shows that on a week you are the loser.
Yep.
Market J are the real boss.
Yep.
Cool,
calm and collected. Talk to
Market J are the
him.
real boss. So fret yourself.
Talk to him.
You are going to see what go on.
Talk to them.
I master Mr. Wellness.
Remember that.
Here, and God I pastor.
You remember good.
Here,
That
time
is it.
I master and
God I pastor.
Glad I you sit down back here. So when the header roll, it won't be Marky G one.
Yes.
And just so you know, it's not PNP going to make your head roll. A year same JLP them are
Tell them no, man. Tell them
So
no.
when they really realize what going on.
Yes.
You just watch, man. Sit down and watch. Dance in the square and dance. And that we there do. So show shade for Marky G. That alone just shows that you're very low. You're very low, Andrew.
Very low.
Low blow your show.
How low can he go?
Low.
How low
And
can he
people
go?
them. You see the one dead man Mackenzie? Brother, wicked people really are prevailing now. Wicked people really are prevailing at them time, I know. Because you see, you whole out and dirty. I not say PNP side I'm not dirty, but being a PNP side, you can't, right now, enough new somebody in there.
True.
Labor right them, and then
Be blows and skirt old people.
Before the year you done, all our deeds are revealed. Remember, me did tell you that. Everything I want to try to throw on the rope, everything I want to try to, everything I bust out before 2025 done. Every
Believe.
single fucking thing I got bust out before 25 done.
Believe.
What the fuck you do, you can't stop it.
Believe.
Because time come.
Time come, mommy.
So, Sir Andrew Gomez.
You know, so I'm going to save that video. That video all, but I need this video, you know. Me need them to know what I'm going. Hey, make me just copy this and send it to myself, because normally when I watch things on the computer, I can't go back in the history to find them. So let me just send this to myself right now, yeah. Yeah. So me do, you know. I don't want to forget certain things.
Me, should I write?
Send it to me.
Peter Bunting office.
Well, this is yours truly, what the Pumarang Saddams and media upon in case one.
Alright, greetings people of the nation. This is King Rastafari. Yesterday the Prime Minister went to court. But there is not articles in the Gleaner. The Star. The Observer.
Yes.
About the Prime Minister case.
Yes.
What's in the paper is about Ruelry. And Pino. And arrest.
Yes.
But the Prime Minister got court yesterday. And financial criminality. But nothing in the paper. So I don't understand how the Jamaica can have a Prime Minister with thief so much trillions of dollars.
Mighty God.
And don't get charged for it.
My God.
Got court and nothing in the paper regarding it. Nothing in it. No blood clot Gleaner Observer. No blood clot Gleaner. No blood clot Observer, no Star. Yeah man, the war come man. The war come because the people. Not one article is in the paper regarding the Prime Minister case. Yes, and police are killing us. You charge blood clot criminal. Telling you. Charge enrichment. And not one article is in the paper concerning where Andrew is going to court from. Revolutionary one. Yeah, Marcus Garvey said it. Marcus Garvey said it. Who are going in Jamaica? The police are there and they're different, the Prime Minister.
Killing Prime Minister and the police and the army.
Yo, a judgment on you. Judgment that what Marcus Garvey said that. Marcus Garvey said the last Prime Minister. The last Prime Minister that got rolled on King Street. Yes, man. Yes, man. I mean, man, a wicked man. A wicked. See that? Not one article is in the paper regarding the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes, man. I say, one earthquake come for them to man. The earthquake and tsunami come. Because this is wickedness in Jamaica. This can't continue. How the blood clot have a Prime Minister charged with criminality? That court yesterday. But no articles in none of the blood clot reading paper. No. So where the judge go? Working with the Prime Minister behind. We're at the court. And that's why Jamaica blood clot corrupted. So, this is why Jamaica corrupted, so. Because the blood clot judgment work for the Prime Minister, the police, the soldier, the DPP, the justice system, every bomb clot criminality work with the Prime Minister in Jamaica. Eh? I mean, come on, man. How long will I sit and allow this criminality to continue in Jamaica? How long? This one. Alright, great.
Boy, Andrew. A random video that me come across a while ago, I don't even know. Boy, couple of people, boy. Oh, Marcus Garvey come by that vision, man. No, you know. I wish, everything work out how God wanted, but I really wish say Marcus Garvey was successful or more successful, because he was successful. But if Marcus Garvey planned the work out, man, yo, and hey, man, like Andrew Wallace could be president or prime minister of Jamaica, he could have been a leader, with theme type of mindset. Yo, me say, brother, yo, Andrew Wallace should have to lift up the people, and then the people that are so in tune to what is needed for their development. They wouldn't allow nobody to come in the way of the success of the people, the growth of the people. If it's a leader and him compromise, that man would have to go. But I wonder where that vision they come from and the first time we talk about it. A whole heap of people talk about that prophecy there from Marcus Garvey about Edgar roll down King Street. Why? I don't wish no physical ill on no one, but it's one thing I know, God judgment, and when God judge you, you know, nobody can question that, you know. Yeah, man, nobody can question that, man. So be careful, yeah, man. What kind of seed do not sow, yeah?
Sir or ma'am, when
No, me no want me watch that already. What she say? When I'm finally home. Enjoy yourself here, London. Big up.
sir or ma'am, when the
Why we are bright and there, so judging. So you make Andrew spell Jamaica with 2 high.
Oh God, me no want to laugh about you, no, guys. This is serious. You're so bright and there, so I make Andrew spell Jamaica with 2 eyes. Ya got hell. Guess what? Ya got hell, man. Oh God. You telling me in the comments how where am I going? Where am I going, man? You all bust them. Why Anne-Marie Vaz? Come on, I said, Andrew got prison.
Yo, where is Anne-Marie Vaz? Where is Michelle? What's she name? Charles. She just run left for her responsibilities as accounts and gone back to her life in the United States. And these are the people that you want to represent us? Yo, Andrew Holness is so disrespectful. Yo, I'm telling you. The Jamaica Labour Party and the people them just take the disrespect. It bother me, you know? It really bother me, yo. May I tell you, I can't understand the people them.
It's never a dull day. We never did supposed to come out here and laugh about it. Because serious thing, and you come over here and call up Marky G name, you know. Eh? And then the Marky G I will land back for him. Because not call election. But you know what? Andrew know, but Uno no know yet. But the comments I got tell you, say, yeah, he lose. He lose. Oh God. See man in the street. Like my police. Oh God. I first son of a bunny say.
Yo, this is a man a real drama, man. Let me say my deal with. Yo, I think he's somebody that agree with them.
You know so they really love Rosalie do. You don't tell them why I'm saying.
You know, me not want to hear about Rosalie. Hold on there, I was going this a while ago. Brother, I don't know if to tell this lady, I say. I don't know if that's a bad omen. How does a hole? Is that a chicken hawk? Or is that what is that? What is that? Yo, that is a whole eagle. That eagle just flew down and snatched this lady here. Bruh, I caught the freeze frame right. Yo, she lucky that is not glued onto her head. Because let me tell you something. This chicken, this hawk, this eagle would have been carrying her ass in the air. They got powerful wings, you heard? So she would have been gone away. Yo, this eagle would have been dragging her ass all the way away. Yo, who sent this demon, bro? Oh my God, somebody voodoo these people, man. Who sent this demon? This ain't right, bro. This ain't right. Come on, man. Damn. Hey, shout out to her though. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with having a bald head. I got a bald head. But yeah, you know, it's a wedding. She wanna, you know what I'm saying, wear wigs, whatever. I guess they like each other because of the bald head. Look at them, bald head together. Now that's love right there. You know, they could rub each other's head. You know what? Let me stop. Let's move on. Let me stop. Let me stop. See, this is what I get. If I start doing these videos, you know, reacting to those types of videos, it's gonna be a problem. I already know. People's feelings gonna get hurt. Yeah, people feelings gonna get hurt. Yo, we can't about that.
Okay, walk. Breaking news.
I don't want car with Apple Pay. So Toyota come with one new subscription. You have to subscribe to get all of them features. So Toyota create another bill, but that's in here. Because you know, you want to the neighbor for soon now, you want to show off, you know. But no friend coming now in the car and they're like, yeah man, you have to play. Yeah, your feet. You know, free here, girl. Oh, yes. Life. God, can't go with them doing now. And one next thing, before that come with the next thing, when them put the government where them when you don't pay no bill for no car on time, then can sabotage you if you don't pay, you can just get up and drive by Reaper.
Yo, what? No, stop, bro. I fear he might be onto something.
Say no matter where you are, my future look grim. Oh God! But I'm sorry for no the future. But we continue driving your one, man.
Yes, yes, talk truth.
Me no fancy for no futurist.
Go look a rock. Breaking.
You know, sir. Yeah, man, with you. Like, why is it? You are the only somebody sister that why? Look, I'm good. I still think about you. Why my people run out this morning, run out in a short sleeve shirt. I don't remember say summer done, you know. I don't know why we did, you know. You said me jump out in a t-shirt and when I jump out that cold out.
Yo, that brother I laugh just contagious, yeah, man. Yo, the man is hilarious, bro. And I'm laughing, you know. Yo, the man sound like the Joker, bro. Yo, me say every time I watch man video, the man laugh, brother. I did laugh. Me can't help it. Some people might say corny. Hey, listen to me. This dude to me, yeah, this dude hilarious, man. Check this man out, all right? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. I should have been gone a half hour ago. Yeah, I should have been gone a half hour ago. But you know, hey, I rock out with y'all. Y'all rock out with me. Appreciate y'all. Y'all appreciate me. See you on the next one, man. I'm out. Salute.